everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Ahles, President of Growth. Today, I always like to say it's an honor and privilege, but it really is with Andres. Andres, if you don't know him, maybe you've been under a rock or you haven't been paying attention, but Andres, besides just being an outstanding individual, kind, nice to everyone that he knows, always willing to help, sharing ideas. Really been, to me, a community is the members that you're associated with, right? And one of the reasons why I'm really proud to be a part of AIME and Brokers Are Better is because of members like you, people that are saying, hey, how can we help in this situation? How can we make a difference? Now, the goal of our show here today is to really give our members something just, for you, it might be normal, right? This is what you do on an everyday basis, but it's working, right? You've been able to not only grow your business, which, you're the broker owner of CoLab Lending, and you're in Puerto Rico, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Lucky. I'm stuck in Minnesota. I don't know how this happened.
That does not sound fun.
No, you know what though? We're in our 3 months of nice weather here. It'll
Uh,
start here in about 2 weeks, I think. The snow finally melted, so it's now's the time to where people actually like Minnesota. But man, it's a long drag. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you for your involvement in our community. I know you serve on some committees with AIM. Really, just always working to uphold what our motto or slogan is, right? Brokers are better together. And to me, I just want to thank you personally for that. So today, though, I want to talk a little bit about leveraging your current pipeline, right, to produce future loans. It's something that, for the majority of us, we've been in the industry quite a long time, right? I don't know. Wait, how long have you been in the industry, Andres?
just started on year 18.
just year 18. I love it. So
Yeah.
18 years worth of clients that you've served, 18 years of agents that have had interactions with you. Let's talk a little bit about, I want to give our membership something tangible to take away, right? And sometimes it's a
Yeah.
process. For you, you have a process that you do that yields results for you with leveraging your current pipeline. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom. Thanks so much for the intro. Really glad to be here. And like you said, one of the things that I love about this community is just giving back. And, even you and I were kind of having a little discussion right beforehand and just talking about the truths of like the industry, right? I mean, sometimes it's a little crazy, but it's also a ton of fun. And it's up to you on how far you're going to get in the industry. When we talk about leveraging our current pipeline, the amount of times that I repeat, what I'm about to say is insane, but insanity is just doing the same thing over and expecting different results. But what I do with my current pipeline is, so as soon as I get the contract, I'll call the listing agent and the buyer's agent, and that should be almost like a, well, obvious, quite, but the amount of times that I call realtors and they're still surprised that I'm calling them, I'm like, is every loan officer really not calling you like when you get a contract? And they say no. So that's the first thing, obviously just calling and introducing yourself. And then after that, I'll send a follow-up email so they have all of my contact info in an email. Hey, thanks for picking up the phone. It was really nice chatting with you. Below is all of my contact info. And then after that is really where it starts with leveraging my current pipeline and what I have in the current pipeline. So every single loan that I have, I tell that agent, hey, I'm going to call you every single Tuesday. I'm going to give you an update, and I'm also going to give you an opportunity to ask me any questions. That way that they know there's an incoming call on every Tuesday. They don't have to bug me every single day on where we at. If it's a question, they're probably like, hey, my question can wait until Tuesday. But a normal transaction these days is anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks depending on the transaction, but that gives you 4 to 8 weeks to call the listing agent and the buyer's agent. And here's the kicker: it's not just the phone call. The very end of your conversation, of every single conversation, should be, by the way, if you have any other buyers that you're working with or that you're going to show homes to tonight or this weekend, I would love a shot at your next deal, right?
Yeah,
And
love it.
you're just continuing to feed them that. And the amount of times that the listing agent or the buyer's agent, as long as I'm doing a great job, the amount of times that they're like, you know what, I have a client that I'm showing to tonight that hasn't been pre-approved. You're looking for those shots, right? You're just
Yes.
looking, even if I only have 10 loans in my pipeline, or even 5 loans, or even only 3 loans, right? That's 6 agents, and all I'm looking is for that one opportunity, right? Where they say, yeah, I am showing somebody a house this weekend, or yes, I am showing somebody a house tonight, and they're not pre-approved. And then that's the way that you continue to build on that. And then
Right.
hopefully they go into the contract. So
Right. It's
that,
timing. They already have to talk to you because we know they love updates too, right? I mean, their
yeah,
commission, the hard work that they've done is now in the care of our hands where, communication is key in our industry, right? I say even for myself, like I joke with clients and realtors, the vault's not in my office. Like you can come here and look, I promise you, you know, but what I can do is if you have effective communication, even if it's a hard file, right? Talk about it. Hey, I really want to make homeownership a possibility for this client. There's some things that we really got to work through on this with them, whatever. Like, I don't mind taking hard deals because those tend to be the most rewarding sometimes, but it gives you that opportunity for the listing agent to see the work ethic, the individuality that you have, and really see, okay, is this someone I like and that I could see myself working with? Now, you're capitalizing on that because it is the timing, right? You're not saying, hey, if you have anybody that needs to be pre-approved, have them reach out to me. No, it's kind of like what I've learned in BNI. Your ask needs to be specific to draw something out, right? And you're
there you
doing
go.
that, right? Weekends or nights, or if you're showing somebody houses the next day that isn't pre-approved, would love to help. I mean, you're teeing it up to where you're kind of grabbing it out of them. My guess would be probably 20 or 30% of those calls end up having them. And if you're not, you're just giving a status update and not asking that, you're missing the golden opportunity, right? So I
Absolutely.
love it. It's one of those things. I've heard you say it before, but sometimes with originators, they got to hear it 50 times, right? Pick a day, do your
Yeah,
client follow-ups with the realtor partners and ask for business in a way that is not, especially with the listing agents, that's not, well, give me all your business, I'm great, I close loans fast and my rates are good. No, that's not what you're saying, right? Here's the update with the client, everything else, and then a niche ask, right? If you have anyone's pre-approved that needs a call tonight or on the weekends, that's solid. If that is not a grow and get it moment, then I don't know what we're doing here because that's spot on, Andres. I really love it.
yeah, absolutely. Tom,
All right.
there's one thing that you said, and you also said it's also about the hard deals, right? And so what happens when you're calling those agents every single week and giving them updates, and let's say something does start to go sideways, you at that point aren't a stranger who are 4 weeks into the process, they don't know who you are, and you're all of a sudden going, hey, I've got this going sideways. It's a much different conversation when you've already been talking to them for 4 weeks and they're
Yep.
like, oh, like you said, like they already know you, they like you, they trust you, and maybe something's going sideways and you can help each other. But if you call them at week 4 and you've never talked to them and you're like, we're supposed to close in 2 days and it's going sideways, so that's another just great reason that you're bringing up, just to call them, just to build that relationship should something go sideways that is unforeseen, whether it's from you or the borrower or the lender or the realtor or whatever that side may be.
Yeah. So once again, the takeaway is action. Do this.
Yeah,
Originators out here watching this, please. This is something that's very simple. Time block, the same 2 hours, just like Andres said. If you got 3 clients, 5 clients, 10 clients, 40 clients, we're not market right now. I don't know anybody doing that, but you have connections and you have the money to help them. And believe it or not, there's not many professionals like you out there, Andres. A lot of originators don't take those actions to where there's like uncertainty, and that's one of the biggest complaints you'll get from agents all the time, especially the ones that I work with. Like, hey, that loan officer doesn't really communicate ever unless I'm the one reaching out or I don't hear things last minute. That's
yeah,
not a referable experience, right? There's a gentleman in my office, he has care on his wall, creating a referable experience, right? That's our job
love
because
that.
I don't know if you have billboards, you're doing all like spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing. The majority of small independent mortgage brokers are built off a referral. And the only way that you can get referrals is by creating a referable experience. So, really good as always. You always bring the fire with some good information. So, for those that are interested in emulating your process, pretty simple answer, but where should they start?
Yeah, so I would honestly start on 2 things, which would be one, scheduling that timeout. But I think that where people get caught up is on building that list to call beforehand. So instead of spending 5 hours doing that, because every single Tuesday you're now trying to come up with that list of names and phone numbers, you should have created that list probably the night before, or you
Yeah.
should, be using a CRM where you can just go in and see their names and their phone numbers. So that's where I would start, is first making sure that you're blocking out those 2 hours. And then secondly, making sure that you already have that list of names and phone numbers ahead of time. You're not doing it during those 2 hours creating that list, whether it's a CRM, an Excel spreadsheet, or even a piece of paper with names and phone numbers. However you do it, there's tons of ways to do it. So just again, blocking up
That's
the
beautiful.
time
Be
and
prepared,
then
right?
be
Proper
prepared. There you go.
preparation prevents piss poor performance. Something my dad taught me at a young age. So
There you
spot
go.
on. So Andres, I appreciate you. I know our community appreciates you. Congratulations. I believe you were just engaged here recently.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on that. I know I'll see you at Fuse. Hopefully, we got a couple other events here
Absolutely.
coming up that we'll get a chance to run into each other. But thank you
Yes.
as well to our membership for joining us for another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. If you're looking for more amazing tips like Andres shared with us, maybe you need a new edge in your business, look into our YouTube page at AIME National. You'll see all of our past episodes of AIME's Grow and Get It. We'll be here every Monday at noon where these episodes are aired in the Brokers Are Better Facebook group. I hope you take this information and execute and go out and grow and get it. Andres, appreciate you, brother.
Bye, team. Take care.